But it just goes to show you, okay, you're never gonna get on a plane. Okay, so you're gonna drive to New Orleans and go and hang out on Bourbon Street, and then a crazy man's gonna run a car into you. You know what I mean? Like, we can't control that type of stuff. We just have to have trust and be vigilant, guard our hearts, have discernment, and be very sensitive to the Holy Spirit.
Level up loading. Level up loading. Up. Level up loading.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Level Up Loading. Fight Feelings, Face Facts with yours truly, Shay.
Hey!
I just wanted to pop in, guys. I know that the beginning of this year has started off with a lot of crazy things, a lot of crazy circumstances, a lot of crazy occurrences. People can have their conspiracy theories, people can have their thoughts on them, but regardless of those things, please ignore my loud laptop right now in case that you can hear it. But I wanted to give you some Bible about fear, because fear is a very effective manipulation tactic, a very effective control factor, and what people are doing right now and how they're feeling is all rooted in fear. And our Bible says in 2 Timothy verse 17 says, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." And in that, we have to remember that God didn't give us the spirit of fear. So if God didn't give us the spirit of fear, if you're a believer, you know that it's God, it's team God or it's team enemy. So I see people talking about, not wanting to ever get on a plane again. I see people talking about being afraid of what they're eating. I see people talking about a lot of different things that are going on in this world and that are prevalent. And even if you are using caution, we are advised to guard our hearts and things like that. We're not called to be, daredevils and just be frivolous and silly, but we're not supposed to be operating from a place of fear. And I've seen a lot of people who are unfortunately allowing the media and different things that are coming. So 2025 is coming in hot, back-to-back stuff, and they're allowing it to plant a seed of fear into their, into their spirit. And we were not given the spirit of fear. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." So just know that no matter what is going on in this world, no matter what is happening, God is with you, and He cares about you, and it matters to Him what happens to you. And you are not alone. Do not operate from a place of scarcity or fear, because that is how the enemy deceives you to go down the wrong path or deceive you to be stagnant and stuck. I remember when I moved to Tennessee in 2020, mid-pandemic, and everybody's like, why would you want to move during a pandemic and all this stuff? I would have been stuck there more years. No shade to Chicago. I love my city. I love where I came from. I love where I grew up. But I would have been stuck there more years if I had allowed the circumstances of the world to be the determining factor of when I could move. If God is telling me to move now, I don't care what's happening in this world. When He says move, move. And He ordered my steps in that move. He ordered my steps in that obedience. He ordered my steps in that trust that I had in Him. That, hey, Lord, this is a crazy time. It's a crazy economy. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy circumstance. But you told me to move now. You told me to do it now. You told me to go now. And I have to trust you to make a way out of no way. Just like you parted the Red Seas. Just like you... Nope. He's good, okay? And I just don't want people to let that seed take root and implant itself. Proverbs 29:25, the fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe. As a believer, there is no way in the world that the circumstances in this already corrupt nation and this already corrupt world should really have that much of an impact on how you move. If you are rooted in the Lord and you are really and truly trusting who is the creator and the head honcho of all of this, you should be resting assured with a perfect peace that surpasses all understanding that you will be okay regardless. And when the time does come for persecution, and when the time does come for us to be in a place where trials and tribulations are going to come, we still have to trust that the Lord is going to see us through. It's so crazy that we will see books and things like Anne Frank living in the attic forever, and not forever, but living in the attic for all of these times, and yet they were okay. I'm using that as an example because there will be times in this lifetime where we are going to experience chaos, calamity, things that are terrible. We've already experienced a lot of them. And whether you want to believe that they were coerced or fabricated or made up or, self-inflicted, that's for you to decide. But regardless, we have to endure. And that endurance is what's going to keep us, what's going to have us going to the next level. So don't let, unfortunately, someone said something about like, I'm never getting on a plane again. It's like the statistics of a car accident are much more than a plane. I mean, going to on a plane is safer than going to some of these schools sometimes. Like, the world is crazy, and unfortunately, we don't know the time or the day when our number is up, and we can't control that. We cannot control that. We just have to be prepared. And I pray that we don't allow the narratives and the fear mongering and the things that are being pushed down our throats ultimately as a preface to the control and manipulation tactics that are surely going to come. I pray that we don't allow those things to take root. Feel the feeling, feel the feeling, but face the fact. Feel the feeling of anxiety, of a moment of what's going to happen, but cast it down. 2 Corinthians 10:5-6 says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, and having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. We're not supposed to allow this stuff to take root. We are human, and we're in a human experience. We're in an earthly experience. So we're going to feel things. The Lord knows this. So He has grace for us because of this. But as believers, we are not allowed to wallow in straight fear. People have shot up schools. Are you not going to send your child to school anymore? People have blown up grocery stores and set stuff on fire. Are you not going to go to the grocery store anymore? Like, we can't allow exalted things, and I'm not trying to downplay the loss of any of the people that were affected, or the families, or the people that were actually that lost their lives in these plane incidences or these acts of terrorism. I'm not trying to downplay that. I promise you I'm not. But it just goes to show you, okay, you're never going to get on a plane. Okay, so you're going to drive to New Orleans and go and hang out on Bourbon Street, and then a crazy man's gonna run a car into you. You know what I mean? Like, we can't control that type of stuff. We just have to trust and be vigilant, guard our hearts, have discernment, and be very sensitive to the Holy Spirit. Because if the Holy Spirit tells you, hey, don't go, hey, don't do that, it's for a reason. But ultimately, we don't have a say-so, and nothing we can do or not do is going to give us an ounce of more time on this earth, if it was not already ordained by the Most High God. So I just pray that you guys take this message for what it is. I want to come back my next episode with a nice things you can do. I feel like my last few episodes have been a little heavy, so I want to bring it back to a positive place. But I just want to tell you guys to please be encouraged. We've been through horrible things. We've been through things we've never seen before. The world shut down. We've seen crazy stuff. We got through it. We'll get through this too. I pray that you all have a good one, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.